Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. Tonight, we're in the nice and always beautiful San Diego, California, where we continue down the path to the Royal Rumble as we prepare for Ultimate Fight Night. Tonight, Harmonious Truth continues their attempts to get back into form as they take on the Tag Team Champions Ascension, and Yusuke Kitagawa likewise tries to get himself back on track as he takes on a former champion in Sir Bones. Get ready for a nice night of entertaining matches, because this is Eclipse. And here we go, starting off our night with a tag team matchup. Introducing first. They were the team to beat last year, but certainly not this year. It is Sayaka Maizono and Kyoko Kirigiri, Harmonious Truth. And their opponents, they are your tag team champions, Melia Antiqua and Nia Ascension. Here go Kyoko and Nia, the first in the ring. Ref rings the bell to meet in the middle, with Kyoko immediately tossing Nia into Harmonious Truth corner, but Nia elbowing out. Kyoko looking for the springboard. Nia putting an end to that quickly and sending Kyoko into the corner, tagging in Melia immediately and going for a very quick chain attack. Kyoko fighting her way out, though. Snap mirror. And a running knee strike. Kyoko sending Melia into the corner, but Melia very quickly elbowing out. So Kyoko trying to do it again, this time in the northeast corner. And has a little bit more success. Kyoko taking out, Sayaka's in now. And Sayaka with a nice double leg dropkick, looking for the elbow, gets it. And the quick pin, there's one. Almost a 2 count, but Melia kicks out. Sayaka tagging out, Kyoko's back in. And now Kyoko spearing Nia off the apron. Melia with a quick takedown. Wrapping the arm around the top rope, just putting torque on it. And turning Kyoko around, elbow to the spine. And now Melia with a corner choke, referee breaking it up. Trying to protect Kyoko a little bit. And Melia immediately forcing the Ultimate Detective back up to her feet, toss into the corner. And setting her up top. Kyoko fights her way out though. Snap mirror. And a running knee strike. Kyoko tags out. Saika's back in. Toss into the corner. Melia immediately elbowing out of the corner though. Saika trapping her there once again, tagging in Kyoko. These quick tags. Definitely a good strategy. Double back by a drop. And a stomp to the jawline. Melia with a knee to the chest, and Nia finally tagged back in. And Nia with a standing double leg dropkick. Kyoko trying to get back up to her feet. Nia saying no, you stay back down. And Melia's back in now. Kyoko crawling to the corner, gets the hot tag. Saika's in. And immediately sent down. Abdominal stretch from Melia, immediately fought out. And Saika sending Melia into the corner, tagging in Kyoko yet again. And the double arm underhook toss. Looking for the knee, Melia getting the knee, getting the arms up. And tagging in Nia, going for another chain attack. Both teams showing incredible coordination. And Nia going for the pin. 1 count. Nia sending Kyoko into the corner. Face first into the turnbuckle. And tagging in Melia. Getting a little bit of revenge for the double arm underhook. Double underhook arm drag, whatever it's called. And now Kyoko being sent into the northeast corner. And the corner bulldog. Melia going for the cover. Saika immediately in to break it up. But Ascension with the advantage now. Melia sending Kyoko into the corner. And a strong right hook. Looking for the choke. Kyoko kicking herself out with force. And a standing double leg dropkick. Takedown double foot stomp. Kyoko's out. Saika's tagged back in. And Saika looking for the knee, or looking for the spear. Nia getting the knee up. And Melia sending Saika into the corner. Melia with the stomps. Another choke. Referee getting her off of her. And Nia's back in. Nia forcing Sayaka back up to her feet. And now looking for the Gormati special. The 6-1-9. Not going for the pin, instead heading up top. And a frog splash. And still not going for the pin, instead taking in Melia. Not entirely sure what the strategy there was. At least go for the pin, get Kyoko in the ring, and then go for a tag team attack. Surely that would have been the more optimal strategy, but what do I know? Sayaka with a neck breaker. And sending Melia back down, but Melia fights her way out. Going after Kyoko, knocking her off the apron. But allowing Sayaka to back up to her feet, looking for the chicken wing suplex. But Melia turning that around. Forcing Sayaka back up to her feet. And a toss to the corner. Sayaka, though, elbowing herself out. And a satellite DDT. Here's the cover, bringing in Nia. Nia running around. Unable to break up the pin.
Here are your winners, Truth and Consequences.
And what a finish. Harmonious Truth once again in the winner's column. Not what I was expecting heading into this match, especially not that ending, but sometimes you gotta take what you're given, and that's exactly what Sayaka did. And for our second tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. It is time for the Dark Hour.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 266 pounds, the Steiner Brothers.
And their opponents, they are your men's tag team champions. It is Kaito Momota and Shuichi Saihara, the Big Bang Theory. And here we go, Shuichi versus Junpei. Referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle. Shuichi immediately tossing. No, Junpei immediately tossing Shuichi back into his own corner. Kicks to the chest. Going after Kaito now. Immediately trying to, I don't know, prove a point or something. Okay, maybe not the word I was looking for, the phrase I was looking for, but trying to start this thing off on the right foot. Immediately sending Shuichi to the outside. And Shuichi with a facebuster. Shuichi going after Makoto. And now just already we have chaos. Junpei finally heading back inside the ring. And Shuichi setting him into the Big Bang Theory's corner. Wrapping the leg around the rope, kicking it. Shot to the stomach. And wrapping the arm around the top rope this time. Junpei fighting his way out, sending Shuichi down, and the open palm strikes. Heading into the corner, tagging in Makoto. Shuichi with the Desperado tag, tagging in Kaito. And Kaito greeting his dance partner with a clothesline. And a reverse European uppercut. Knee smash. And just rolling Makoto around. Trying to make him dizzy. Makoto having enough, elbowing out. And a clothesline of his own. Makoto with a knife edge chop. Pulling on that leg again. Just really working on the base. As we see here, heel hook. Kaito fighting out, but not a bad strategy from Dark Hour. If you can take away the base, you take away the power, you take away the mobility, you take away pretty much everything. There's not even a... Okay, barely a one count as Makoto kicks out. You know, going for upper body and headshots, that could lead to a quick knockout. That could lead to a quick 3 count. Working on the base, working on the legs, that's telling you that Dark Hour's looking for a longer match here. Or at least are preparing for one. Whereas Big Bang Theory, especially Kaito, as you see here, looking to deal a little bit more damage, looking to put away their opponents quickly and see if this strategy split, which team it will favor. Because the further into the match we go, it will favor Dark Hour a little bit more. As Kaito, with the luminiferous roll, going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Junpei breaks it up. Shoulder spears. Looking for the choke. Makoto fights out. And an uppercut. And again. Kaito again rushing his new opponent. But Junpei with a knee stunner going for the pin. There's a 2 count. Shuichi staying outside. Now Junpei heading up top after that shot to the spine, telling Kaito, get up to your feet. And looking for the single leg dropkick. Kaito stepping out of the way, sending Junpei into the corner. Uppercut and a reverse European uppercut. Tagging Shuichi back in. Shuichi sending Junpei into the corner. Right hand, or excuse me, left hand. And a corner suplex. Corner clothesline now. And the satellite DDT tagging in Kaito, allowing Junpei to crawl to the corner, tagging in Makoto. Okay, not entirely sure if that was the smart decision or not. Toss to the corner. Makoto turning Junpei around face first into the turnbuckle. And the Hangman. Elbow drop missed. Kaito rolling out of the way. Looking for the running big boot. Makoto with the block. And Makoto forcing Junpei back up to his feet. Toss into the corner. And tagging in Junpei. Tag team attack here. Arm breaker. The dual arm breaker. Going for the pin. Shuichi breaking it up immediately, but Dark Hour with a big advantage. They can just keep Kaito in the ring. They pretty much have it. Tagging in Makoto. This could be it. Double back body drop. Makoto heading to the corner. Desperado tag. Kaito's out. Shuichi's in. Makoto not really knowing what's going on. Shuichi running around trying to confuse Makoto. And now we have a heel hook. That Shuichi immediately fights his way out of. All before Kaito could even really get an understanding of what was happening. And now Shuichi taking advantage, going for the pin. There's one, there's two, no three. But Junpei's in the ring. And now Makoto sending Shuichi into the corner. After that reversal, wrapping the arm around the top rope. But Shuichi elbows out, bouncing off of Makoto. Looking to walk him, but Makoto elbowing out. The toss. Tagging Junpei back in. And both teams squandering a big advantage. And now Junpei looking for the three amigos. Uno, dos, y tres. And the pin, there's not even one count as Kaito breaks it up. But again, Dark Hour with the advantage. Toss into the corner. Shuichi fighting his way out. But Makoto buying Junpei a little bit of time. Junpei to the outside. Shuichi looking to knock Makoto off the apron. What is Kaito doing? Kaito sending Junpei back inside the ring. Making sure that Junpei doesn't play his usual games. And now Junpei lining up the drive-by. Shuichi back up to his feet, using the ropes. Immediately caught by Junpei. There's the dangling DDT. There's one, there's two, there's three.
Here are your winners, the Steiner Brothers.
Both teams showing incredible chemistry. But the team to come home victorious are the Dark Hour. Is the Dark Hour? Makoto and Junpei. And for our next matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the change bringer herself, Delta.
It's scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, Deborah.
Delta absolutely desperate for another title shot, and not entirely sure if she'll get it at the Rumble or not, but who knows. And her opponent, representing C's, it is Yukari Takeba. And here we go, referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle with Delta immediately running towards the ropes. Yukari putting an end to that. And instead hitting the springboard herself. Rolling Delta onto her back. Stomp to the thigh. Delta back up to her feet. And fighting her way out. Springboard head scissor Hurricane Rana. And a kick to the spine. And again. And now Delta lining up the People's Moonsault, but Yukari getting her knees up. Delta with a reversal, tossing Yukari over the top rope. Delta just kind of chilling. Not really playing too much of game. Nope, never mind. There's a crossbody. Delta with a knife edge chop. Knee to the knee. And an elbow drop. Forcing Yukari back up to her feet. Knee to the chest. And Yukari fights her way out. Referee at a 6 count, but Yukari tossing Delta back inside the ring. And joining her. Now Yukari with a wrist clutch. Double knee strike. And Delta fights her way out. Going for the cover, there's one. Yukari kicks out. And a springboard flying elbow, or flying forearm. And now the short shoot kicks. Into the kneeling Enzigiri. And now Yukari locking in a headlock. Pulling back, and Delta fighting herself out, freeing herself. But Yukari with the ground and pound. And heading up top. Delta slow to her feet in the corner. And forcing Yukari to rethink her... I don't know. Rethink her plan? I guess. And now a side big boot into a springboard moonsault. And the cover, there's one, there's two. Delta forces herself out. Yukari looking for the kick. Delta getting her knees up, or getting her arms up, rather. Pulling back on the arm. Yukari elbows out. And now just exchanging right hands, exchanging knife edge chops. And Delta winning that little exchange into an elbow drop. And now heading up top. Turning around. The moonsault and the pin. There's one, there's two, and Yukari gets the shoulder up just before 3. Delta heading up top again. Turning around, trying it again. And deja vu. There's one, there's two. But a different outcome. Delta trying to make a point, but with who her opponent was, how impressive was that really? And for our next matchup, Introducing first, it is the Dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu.
From Japan, weighing in at 194 pounds, the Dragon Kiryu.
And his opponent, it is the hero of the Homs, the Beast, Dunban.
180 pounds, the Beast, Dunban.
And here we go, referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle, no preamble. As Kiryu immediately begins with a suplex, forcing Dunban back up to his feet. And Dunban, no, Kiryu with a reversal, sending Dunban into the referee. Back elbows. And immediately going for the cover. There's one. Dunban kicks out. Dunban picking up Kiryu over the shoulders. And a swinging backbreaker. Toss over the ropes. Trying to send Kiryu down to the outside. And does. And Dunban with the moonsault. Tossing Kiryu into the corner over. And now we're into the audience. There's a 4. We really need to be careful here now. There's 5. And Dunban with the uppercut. There's 6. Do they know how to get back? Do they know what the count is? Back to the ring side. And back inside the ring we go. Kiryu elbowing out. Walking Dunban to the corner. And a slugging right hand. And just a face scrape. And again. Forcing Dunban back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. And a scoop slam. And Dunban with the reversal, sending Kiryu for a run into the corner, but Kiryu elbows out. Up over the shoulders, and a backbreaker. Trapping the arm, stomping on the hand. And now Kiryu with the running knee strike. The jumping knee strike, and now heading into the corner and lining up the back fist. And now Kiryu lining up the tiger drop. Connects, and now going for the cover. There's one, there's two, and Dunban barely gets the shoulder up in time. Now Dunban on the offensive. But Kiryu with the reversal, walking Dunban to the northern ropes. Knife edge chop. Wrapping the arm, or wrapping the leg around the rope. And a snap suplex. Now both men now just exchanging blows in the middle of the ring. Trying to feel the heat, but Kiryu with a shoulder tackle. And heading up top. Lining up the crossbody, Dunban rolls out of the way. And a back body drop, excuse me. Turning Kiryu around. And the face buster. There's one, and there's two, and Kiryu pops the shoulders up. There's one, there's two. Kiryu again gets the shoulders up. And now a spear to the outside. Dunban forcing Kiryu back up to his feet. And Dunban tossing, Kiryu sending Dunban into the corner. There's a 4. Kiryu tossing Dunban back inside the ring. But taking his time getting back in. Trying to bait Dunban to the outside, but deciding against it. Dunban sending Kiryu for an Irish whip dub, or a big back by drop. The right hands, and now Dunban to the outside, up top. Looking to fly. And the moonsault into the crossbody and the pin. There's 1, 2, Kiryu gets the shoulders up. Kiryu with not one, but two double leg drop kicks and the crossbody. And Kiryu with the diving hammer punch. And oh no. Okay, never mind. It's just a facebuster. I thought Kiryu was gonna tiger drop along the outside. We would have needed an ambulance if that was the case. Oh no, never mind. I just gave Kiryu an idea. There's a tiger drop along the outside. Back inside the ring we go. And Kiryu looking to put a bow on things. Elbow drop from the heavens. And the pin. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner,
And for our next matchup, introducing first, it is your men's cruiserweight champion, Nagito Komaeda.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Japan, weighing in at 143 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid cruiserweight champion with Kobayashi.
And his opponent, it is 9S.
Weighing in at 235 pounds, Niles S.
There you go, 9S and Nagito staring each other down. Referee rings the bell and meet in the middle. With 9S immediately picking up Nagito, but Nagito fighting his way out. Shot to the spine. 9S fighting his way out immediately after that. And a takedown into a leg breaker. Nagito fights his way out with a kick, but 9S pushing him away. Nagito with the knife-edge chops. Looking for the neck breaker. Well, forearm to the back of the neck. And 9S with an arm breaker. Now 9S choking Nagito. Going for the quick cover. There's one. Nagito kicks out. Nine-S forcing Nagito back up to his feet again. Toss to the southern ropes for an Irish whip, jumping over. And an arm drag. But Nagito with a dragon screw takedown, taking out 9S. There's an arm breaker. And a stomp to the forehead. And Nagito with a chicken wing facebuster. And lining up the stomp. And going for the cover. There's one. There's two. 9S going for rope break. Referee clearly seeing it, just not honoring it. And Nagito, he can't keep getting away with it. I mean, he is called the ultimate lucky student for a reason, but sheesh. And for our next matchup, introducing first, it is the one and only Sir Bones. And his opponent, representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart, it is none other than Yusuke Kitagawa. Looking to call his his cold streak again. Hasn't exactly been having the season that he wanted, but hasn't been terrible. Just weird. Here we go, Bones and Fox staring each other down. Referee rings the bell. Bones immediately running towards Yusuke, hitting him with a scissor kick. And a spin-out neck breaker. Into the standing shooting star press. And again, but Yusuke getting his knees up this time. Bones with the reversal. And a backpack neck breaker. Stomp to the spine. Stomp to the wrist. And Yusuke fighting out. Trying to gain at least a little bit of a foothold in this match. Toss to the corner. Clothesline. Probably going to do that. And a moonsault. Going for the cover. There's one. There's two. Bones gets the shoulder up. Fox forcing Bones back up to his feet. Pull back a knee to the stomach. And the ground and pound. And another stomp. Yusuke walking Bones to the northwest corner. Pulling him away. Scoop slam. And now middle rope, staring down his opponent. And the shotgun drop kick. Wrist clutch. Knee to the jaw. And now Bones on the offensive again. There's a moonsault. Going for the pin. There's one. Yusuke kicks out. And now Bones with the apron backbreaker. And immediately putting the pressure back onto his opponent. And Yusuke with a jumping knee strike. Trying to get back into this match. Getting a little bit too zealous there. Looking for, Bones looking for the tornado kick. Yusuke with the block. And a spinning heel kick. Bones back inside the ring. And now immediately Yusuke with the phantom leg drop and the pin. There's 1, 2. And somehow, some way comes home with the victory.
Here is your winner, the Phantom Fox.
Okay. A little bit shorter of a match than I was expecting, but Yusuke getting yet a finding his way back to the winners column. Wow. And for a penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is your double champion, the only women's Nexus champion of the season, and what, your 3-month women's universal or cruiserweight champion? It's Fiora. And her opponent, it is humanity's companion, Sophie. And here we go, referee rings the bell. Sophie immediately on the offense with her Hurricane Rana head scissor toss. Rolling Fiora onto her back, kick to the spine. And an arm breaker. Into a standing shooting star press, into the immediate pin. There's 2 Fiora kicks out. Fiora back up to her feet, and immediately sent back down by Sophie. Irish whip toss over the top rope. And Sophie jumping out, greeting her. Setting her up, double leg drop kick to the spine. And immediately retreating back inside the ring. Fiora back inside. And Sophie greeting her with another head scissor Hurricane Rana takedown and another shooting star press into another pin. There's one. Fiora kicks out with force. Grabbing the wrist. Breaking the arm. And another kick to the spine. Now Fiora with a snap mirror. Rolling neck snap. And a choke slam into the knee. Toss back inside. Fiora quickly joining Sophie. No, heading up top. And jumping down immediately. Sophie taking advantage with a wheelbarrow DDT. And a standing shooting star press. Sophie forcing Fiora back up to her feet. Pull back knee strike. Look for another stomp. Fiora rolling out of the way. And hitting her own wheelbarrow, but this time with a bulldog. Look for a stomp. Sophie rolling out of the way. And now Fiora with the clotheslines. Sophie in the corner. Fiora with a running big boot in the corner. And dragging Sophie away from the ropes. Look for this. Look for the kick to the stomach. Sophie rolling out of the way, but Fiora back on the offense. But a Spanish fly for Sophie into the pin. There's one. Fiora kicks out again. Sophie jumping to the outside. Running around, but Fiora with a snap mirror. And another rolling neck snap. Fiora retreating back inside the ring. Sophie doing the same, nearly jumping on top of Fiora. Sophie sending Fiora for a run and a scoop slam into a pendulum backbreaker. Fiora again retreating to the outside, heading back in. Just trying something. And Sophie with a satellite DDT. And the cover. There's 1, 2. Fiora kicks out. And now Sophie with a chicken wing. No, Fiora rolls out of the way. Or, well, fights her way out. Well, that was a bit of a roll, yeah. Fiora trying to get back inside this match. Arm drag. And looking for the Enziguri, not really getting much. And Sophie with a Hurricane Rana. Heading up top, looking for the Rainbow Salt. Whatever it's called, I really have no idea at this anymore. Fiora getting out of the way, but Sophie getting out of the way of the spinning heel kick because Fiora just pulled the trigger a little bit too early. Top rope arm drag. And now a chicken wing pendulum backbreaker along the outside. And Fiora slipping out. Clothesline to the leg. And walking Sophie. Tossing her back inside the ring. Climbing back inside. And Sophie with an Irish whip. Diving underneath. Jumping over. And another pendulum backbreaker. Just completely stifling any chance or any of Fiora's chances, but there's a spinning back heel kick. Fiora desperately trying to get back into this match. There's 1. Sophie kicks out. But could this be the turning point? Or has Sophie mounted too much pressure There's a moonsault. Fiora heading up top, seizing her opportunity, but whiffing. And Sophie taking advantage. Another corner satellite DDT. And the cover. There's one, there's two, and there's three. And a disappointing outing for Fiora. Ref handing her championship belt back, and Delta heading out to the ring, staring down the champion and saying, if that's the kind of performance that you put on tonight, that belt is easily mine. Not saying that this is the championship match at the Rumble, but looking like it might be. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, it is the Undying one, Undyne. And her opponent, it is A2. On the path of getting, or trying to get her championship belt back. Of course, after losing it at the 8-Bit Brawl to Akane. Here we go, Undyne. A2 staring each other down. And referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle. And A2 immediately starting off with a DDT. And Undyne fighting out. Sending A2 for a run. And an arm drag. Shot to the back of the head. Running around. And using the ropes to redirect herself for that clothesline hip attack now. And the spaghetti elbow drop. Undyne now looking for the monster's elbow, or the monstrous elbow. But A2 now on the offense again. Kick that looked below the belt. And now stomps to the back of the head. A2 heading up top. Telling Undyne, get up to your feet. And looking for the crossbody, but Undyne catching that, and a scoop. Or a scoop slam, excuse me. A2 with an Irish whip, arm drag, stomp to the upper arm. And now cranking on the neck that A2 immediately fights out of. And a walk to the northeast corner. Undyne fights out. And a facebuster. Rolling A2 back up to her feet. Run and clotheslines. And a trip. Undyne now going for the pin. There's one, there's two. A2 gets the shoulder up. And now fish hook abdominal stretch that A2 immediately slips out of. Turning Undyne around, and now a back stretch over the shoulders. Undyne fights out. And now fish hook suplex. There's one, there's two. A2 kicks out. And looking for the kick. A2 rolls out of the way. Over the shoulders again. And another Alt F5. There's two. Undyne pops the shoulders. Yep, Undyne. Just making sure I said the right name. A2 heading up top. Lining up. And a crossbody. There's one, there's two, there's three.
Here is your winner,
And a bit of a shorter night tonight, but I mean, that's alright. And as we watch A2 celebrate her victory, I would like to thank all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you, of course, on Monday as we set up the Royal Rumble, as we continue down the road to Ultimate Fight Night. But until then, we are signing out from San Diego, California. See ya.